What's going on, y'all? It's Eli. And you are tuning to my video, my YouTube video, Sun in Sagittarius transit. Okay, the date will be November 21st through December 21st, and we will be talking about the sign Sagittarius. Okay. Okay. So, what is the sign of Sagittarius? Sign of Let me get all these up real quick. Okay. Sun in Sagittarius symbols. Okay, so off rip, the Sun of Sagittarius is abundance. Okay. It's people who are adventurers. Okay. It is meticulous type of genes, species, animals. Okay, and when I say meticulous, just the animal base kingdom is meticulous in itself. So you have some animals who almost every animal has eyes. Okay, and that's more meticulous, but one and the same and different, if that makes sense, because just like the centaur represents half human, half beast, basically half animals, humans are meticulous too, because humans are animals. Humans are animals. You get what I'm saying? So we're ourselves a beast. It's like we have our own beast like animalistic side. Like Sagittarius is a sign of where can I go with this? Unnoticeable, not unnoticeable, but the opposite, very noticeable. Okay. Okay, so the symbols is the element of fire. The opposite sign is third house Gemini. Okay, the day of the month that Sagittarius rules over is Thursdays. So Thursdays represents luck, represents it represents luck. It represents longevity. Okay. Jupiter is the most benefic, and benefic mean beneficial planet. Currently, besides Sun, I think Sun is number one. Then, of course, Sagittarius is, of course, number two. As far as optimism, this sign represents optimism. Anyways, the animals that coexist or coincide with Sagittarius would be Centaur, anything bigger in size, or anything that is massive with strength. Okay. Anything that is exotic too. So I would write exotic. You know those like sci-fi movies, like, let me see, because Jupiter is sci-fi too, because it shares Sagittarius shares energy with Pisces, Sagittarius, 9th and 12th house. I'll go more into depth later, more as I go along this journey. But like Frankenstein, for example. Frankenstein, for example, Jupiter is like is very scientific, so it wants to show the comprehension of going further than, I wouldn't say God, but adding in that what is it called? Some people would say adding in the true essence of outer realm features with Frankenstein. And people would say, like, the big saying nowadays, or not even nowadays, is that if an idea is born and shared, like these crazy type of movies, that means somebody has seen, or somebody has shared that type of realism. Just not everybody has experienced different things in their lifetime, if that makes sense, or different ideas. For ideas to come, not all the time does it come out of purity, meaning in a sense of pure creation by itself, but it's the accumulation of a human or a species creating an ideal that is representative of what they think themselves, if that makes sense, off of how many ideas that they have comprehended, they've completed in their life. To create, you must have already created. Jupiter is that. Anyways, yeah, so any animals like buffalo, ox, any animal that's strong, any animal that is shared with the water side, the sea side, because it shares water side. Jupiter shares water. But if we're talking about fire, anything that is either land or air animals, like huge birds, for example, because of how far they travel, things that travel a long distance, basically, that are animals wise, like horses, of course. That's one thing. It represents longevity, persistence. That's what Jupiter is. It's in and out, though. Huge, meaningful. Okay. Colors is gold, purple, orange, white, wheat, marble color. Anything camouflage. I will show y'all my hat, but you know how army fatigue hats are camouflage. I'm not talking about the color. It can be the color, but I'm talking about the design. Okay, how it has wavy 2-3 different color identity with a pattern attached. That's Jupiter right there. That's Sagittarius. Sagittarius takes that step of design and take it further. Anything that is irregular, making it comprehensible of making it regular, but in a more sense extravagant, because it's foreign of style. Foreign styles. That's what Sagittarius could be. Okay. So when I say wheat, the sun is wheat itself, because wheat represents growth. It is the identity of growth, prosperity. You know, being in the sunlight, you gain vitamin D, you gain extra energy, you gain literal health from being in the sunlight. And then that's why it's important to know, not to go into depth, but charts that are sun and moon. I'll go more in detail, like explaining the difference in the future videos. But anyways, exotic colors too. So anything that's exotic colors, alright. Patterns, like anything that is a pattern color that is like red, blue, white, that's Jupiter. Okay, because it's what's it called when you throw it's a 9. You get what I'm saying? It's you know how football players throw the football all the way to the end zone? That's what it is. It's taking that long shot, and if you win, you win. But if you lose big time. You win big time, you lose big time. That's Jupiter. Sometimes you gotta in and out of wins, L's, win, L's. But over representation, this sign, or Sagittarius, is I spelled that shit wrong. What the fuck? Somebody should fire. That's disrespectful. But this sign is known for the biggest of prosperity. Okay. Alright, main planets: Jupiter, Venus, and the Sun. Okay. Enemy planets: Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. Okay. Sometimes when you're calculating enemy and main planets, like, you have to take a lot of things into comprehension when you're talking about this subject, because every little thing literally matters. Like, that's how I feel about it. And I think also houses will play a support as far as the enemy and main planets, because of the position and how the aspects will play a part in people's life. Okay. Anyways, lucky numbers is 9, 3, 11, 20, 1, 5. And anybody that is a Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius moon, and if you have a lot of planets in Sagittarius, or if you have a very what is it called? A very, not just positive, but they call it, I'm gonna just say positive. If you have a benefic Jupiter, then you should be good too. Okay. This sign type, or I would say this sign type, I forgot what the word is called, but it's mutable. Okay, so it's three different I don't know why I can't grab the name, but it's 3 different modulants of elements. So you got cardinal or angular, then you have IC, and then you got you got fixed. I'm tripping. You got fixed, mutable, or cardinal. Okay. Cardinal begin. Cardinal. How I will tell y'all again is cardinal signs begin the seasons. Okay. Fixed signs, they stay in the season. Like, they help the season, like, keep it going. So it's fixed signs. It's hard to get them off track because they're fixed on staying. However, they're fixed on being that same way or that same thing, because that's the planet is so strong within their house or place or whatever sign that they are in. So you got, and then you got mutable, and mutable signs help carry on. It carries on. It's split, basically split signs, because it helps carry on the sign before the season before the fix. It helps supports the fix carry on to the cardinal. So it's, I would say the mutable signs are like the middleman, because they have to be in between a lot of different worlds. Okay. Whew. Let's go into that's the planet Jupiter, and that's, guys, if you look at the picture right here on the left, you will see exactly what I'm talking about as far as like the patterns, how it's like different. It's not the same color, it's not the same code, it's everywhere. You get what I'm saying? That's Jupiter. It has that expansion of mind, of energy, because human or anybody that's born within Sagittarius has that longevity to be and go everywhere, teleportation, because their energy is so massive, if that makes sense. Anyways, transit interpretations for Sun and Sagittarius. Sun and Sagittarius brings meaningful conversations such as past, present, or future adventures, or assemblies with cousins and martial families. Okay. Intentionally gambling with broad luck is possible during this transit. A lot of gambling in this transit, and a lot of wins too. Especially if you use computers or anything like that, because Jupiter is in Gemini right now for the Western. Third is enormous personality split, while Sun is in Sagittarius. Morality and faith is tested at the highest during this transit. Sagittarius is all about belief, so the sign wants to believe. It has a lot of power in the substance of manifestation, because the energy in one single human is overly blessed with religious spirit, or if not religious, just God's spirit. Even if this Sagittarius is not really that religious, they believe in some type of spirit or essence, and if they're not that, they have, and even if they are not, even if they are like what is it called, somebody who doesn't believe in religion, if they are still a Sagittarius Sun, they will have a lot of God help, if that makes sense. God, they have a huge like off-putting spirit, because God is like near them, like one of them people who like don't believe in God but always do the right thing. That's kind of like a Sun in Sagittarius at the most highest potential. Like they might be like they might not believe in him, but like they might be just believing in people or doing the right thing. Sun in Sagittarius. Ooh, I might have to stop this video early. guys, I am back. Sorry, I had to get my daughter. Speaking of children, Sagittarius is children. Birth of children. Okay. It's the beginning result. Like, oh, we're pretty. Okay. Okay. It's also the birthplace of where the child is born. The place of where the child is born. Or the conditions the child is born, probably. Okay. Also, like, Sagittarius is the sign, the symbolism of is masculinity, because it's a negative sign, negative number 9. So it represents God, religion, every God lives in Sagittarius. The meaning of God lives in Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius has many moons. I forgot how many it has, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it has like 89, somewhere around the 80s or 100s. Okay. It has many mothers, many dimensions. Sagittarius is one of the only planets that have like literal many dimensions. Okay. Alright, so where were we at? Okay, so I said, okay, religion, organization, engagement during this transit is possible. There are possibilities that religious comrades could be trying to recruit individuals. So, sort of like Jehovah's Witness, okay? Sort of like maybe churches are, they need more people to start coming to church. Maybe, since Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini, the enemy planet, maybe there could perhaps be that a large group of people is they are not either going to church anymore, or if they drop the religion they are currently on, as far as whatever religion that church is required to go to, they may have switched. So during this transit you could possibly switch religions. You could possibly be of many different religions. You could possibly drop your religion holistically, but there will be groups of priests, pastors, recruiting people to hear the message of God. Okay, so during Sun and Sagittarius transit, there could be frequent thought on going back to school for something new or a higher degree, and if not school, anything dealing with exacerbation, information, meaning trade schools, becoming a student or a teacher in some way or format. So yes, you could be trying to gain a certificate. You could be trying to go back to school. You could be not even just going back to school. You could be joining a karate class, sort of, signing up for something, for being a bigger, to having more meaning as far as what you're doing. Sagittarius is, if not one of them number one signs that has to have meaning. It has to take a huge. It has to be big. It can't be small because of the meaning. And if it's small, it still if it's small, and when I say big, don't mean just size. So if it's small, don't mean it has small meaning. Okay, it has to have huge meaning. huge meaning towards whatever it is. That's what they eat. They eat information. Jupiter eats information. So yeah, you could be having an advancement at school. Graduation is possible. Early graduation is possible. Late graduation is possible too. That's okay. Graduation is graduation. Advancement is advancement. No matter age, no matter age, no matter person, no matter gender, no matter what. Okay, so trade school, getting a certificate, joining churches, joining karate classes, maybe walking a lot, joining like workouts, like joining a workout team, all that. So father gifts will be expunged on children during Sun and Sagittarius transit. His thought process is given for a more abundant mindset of belief. So not every father is right, I know, and not everybody is right. He knows. Jupiter knows. So what I'm meaning to say is there will be a lot of judgment. There will be a lot of giving a peace of mind, taking a peace of mind literal, in the sense of making it more of convincing rather than just letting on it could be possible during this transit. Okay. Oh yeah, Sagittarius is the it is a sign of father. Ninth house is fatherhood. What is father behavior? It's father's behavior. Father look. Father weight. Father possessions. Number 9, number 10. So here we go. So like maybe father during this transit, you somehow, some way gain features of father, whether that's physically or mentally during this transit, or you gain literal gifts, maybe pictures of father from in different lands, maybe when father was a little boy around his neighborhood, or you could just be spending all your time with him as well. Okay. Or he could be gifting you big, or you could be gifting your father big stuff, or getting him hip to tech. Anyways, social gathering with friends that are long distance are really highly valuable, and siblings are best advised during this transit. So, perhaps if you have a decent chart, unlike some people that don't, you have money to travel, and don't take that as me being funny, but just if you have money to travel and you wanted to take some time off of work, now is the best time to do it. This transit bring a lot of advised luck. It's gonna give you luck, but you have to think your way out of it. I like how I put that. But yeah, you could be taking trips with your siblings, or maybe you and your siblings are calling, texting, thinking about each other telepathically. Anyways, next one, equipment with technology or more double during this time, meaning there could be abundance of joy of purchasing more technical devices. So you could be buying more tech, a lot of tech, maybe a computer, tech that, like a stereotype, I said stereotype, I'm sorry, I'm kind of sleepy, but stereo, DJing, huge parties just for tech, like any type of tech, you could be buying a lot of. Maybe your tech is oh my goodness gracious. Maybe some tech is that you brought recently is malfunctioning, because it's Mercury retrograde in Sag too, so it could be kind of harmful towards technology. They could be acting funny. It could be a lot of hackers too, so be careful. I know something just happened to my. That's what I mean. Something just happened to my computer. So that's Sagittarius too. Cyber security. You get what I'm saying? Or it's Mercury too, but it's Sagittarius because of how much information or how much like mental. It takes the mental energy to the highest advantage. That's why it transcends out of Mercury and becomes into the 9th house. It's still Mercury, but at some point it'll go too far to the extent of, okay, this is too much. Not a normal person thinks like this. Not a normal person knows this terminology. So then it becomes Jupiter. Jupiter has the wisdom. Okay. Weight of body could be very flexible in and out. As far as body flexibility, there's a possibility of growth and expansion. So there again, wherever it is in your, wherever Jupiter is in your houses, or wherever Sagittarius is in your houses, it will tell you how the sun will affect you during this transit, on what you will look like or what your body is going through. Okay, it will help you with certain circumstances of seeing a point of view that you might have not seen before. That's what Sun and Sagittarius can give, and it might give enormous problems. For instance, something so visible. Anyways, Sagittarius. Sorry, guys. Sun into transit Sagittarius makes a long distance conversation with friends, family, advisors, preachers, priests, spirits, and people you may look up to. It gives you massive inspiration. What gives you massive inspiration and kindness, I should have said. Mind you, it's Mercury retrograde. Okay. Because I don't know why, but I'm happy I did this video. Because trust me, I've been procrastinating on stuff, so I'm glad I got this sign. I'm glad I'm on the move. Thank you, Sagittarius. Anyway, we will be talking about the Sun in Sagittarius, houses 1 through 6, and how they might, maybe, or will affect you. First house, one might gain weight, or body might expand or diminish. So again, like if you're gaining weight, you're losing weight, it might go in and out. So like a week later, you might look like you gained 20 pounds. A week later, you might look like you gained, you might have lost 10. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it will play as far as what Sagittarius will do for you. It will make it gives you expansion. Okay. Also, there will be a chance to redeem meaningful things about your father or fatherhood in general. Be careful of too much bluntness. There's a chance of travel, academic study. Also, athletic sporting games could be dominant. So, when I say be careful of being too blunt, Sagittarius is all about it's kind of jumping off of Scorpio and going to a huger meaning in the sense of instinct, because it could be overbearing in the sense of action or reaction. As far as energy, it gives that over that exaggeration energy, like the sun or 5th house. It gives that exaggeration. So be careful of like, or it gives that like my honesty is the truth, or the truth is what I say, and it might not be that. So you have to be careful during this transit of this first house of like being like not wrong. Okay, in a sense of like whatever you might have done. I would say at your job, like if you might feel like, or yeah, like if you're your manager or your supervisor, because Gemini is, if it's the first house, Gemini is in your seventh. So seventh house is about your partner, your partnerships, and your job, and it represents your partnership jobs and your partner and your wife, basically your significant other. So what I'm trying to say is just don't be subtle and don't be too blunt with partner or your manager or supervisor, okay, when the sun is expressing itself in Sagittarius. Okay, second house, there's a chance that why the fuck this shit keep popping up? Oh my god. There's a chance that you and your livelihood family from afar could visit from afar from father's side. There's a chance of picking up a new hobby, or a course in culinary, or a course. So again, culinary, cooking, or business administrative type job field. So the boss of the boss of the boss of the boss. So your manager. That's Sagittarius. Like the managers behind all the managers, the CEO. That is Saturn and a Sagittarius too. It could be the assistant CEO for Jupiter, because it can go a lot of places. Okay. Anyways, third house, there could be telecommunication issues, or there could be a profound difficulty for father nerves or bottom half. There could be a chance of working out with fathers or listening to fatherly neighbors. So you might have a lot of father figures around you that have been through a lot. You have to take into mind. Okay. Fourth house, there could be possibilities that one could buy or rent a new home. There is possibilities that churches may be built around your local neighborhood, or you may have found that some people from work may see you in church. So your past people from your old job may have seen you at your new church you go to, I guess. So yeah. Fifth house, there could be a possibility that you are a teacher or a scholar. Perhaps you or your partner could become pregnant during this transit. If not, there is a possibility that your children may advance in a study or religion. Okay. Sixth house, there could be some issues with your hip or thigh region. Pay attention with everyday health. Be very cautious when it comes to overindulging with food, and be careful of gaining of new enemies from boasting or being overly cocky. I would say optimistic. That's what I meant to say too. I didn't know what to put. And also, don't show your, if you have Sagittarius in the sixth house, don't show your animal too much bluntness. Okay, don't yell at your pet too much. Don't abuse their emotional health. There we go. They are nervous. If you have Sun in Sagittarius, they'll be very nervous of how you speak to them. Okay, you have Gemini in the 12th, and you have Sagittarius in the 6th. Boo. They might feel enormous pressure. Okay, you gotta be careful of that. If you have Sagittarius in the 6th, Sun is Sagittarius in the 7th house, so there could be a chance with long distance. Your significant other might partake in. There's a chance that one can meet their father, brother, or sister, sibling, or father of father. There could be a chance, too, that partner romance might be a sarcasm, judgment. Legal issues are either expunged or bigger with purpose. 8th house. There could be a chance that a lot of money can be blessed suddenly. Also, there could be a chance that mother or father-in-law may purchase land or develop some sort of wisdom from philosophy. Also, sex rejuvenation may be revived, or it may take it may take a toll too. Ninth house, there is a chance of newfound in philosophy and some sort of type of higher learning. Possible also there is a chance of finding something soulfully powerful with father's identity. 10th house, Sun transit, 10th house, there could be some sort of cross boundary of luck, especially towards career paths or past jobs alignment. There could be a chance of discovery or working with people who are foreigners. You could take a lead work in that, so you maybe be like a leader for foreigners, maybe like warehouse work, or like building like mansions, castles, like big stores, like convenience stores, etc., etc. Just a lot of big buildings. Maybe there's in that type of work or field for manufacturing or like hard labor when they're building construction. That represents Jupiter because it's a lot of diversity that goes into that field. Okay, it's good money. Anyways, 11th house, there's a chance that a friend or father figure may win some sort of lottery, or there's a chance that you might get lucky and win a lottery, especially eldest sibling. So you have the 11th house looking at the 5th house of luck. Same if you have it going through the 5th house, you might. There's a chance, okay? You have to do some work. You have to exercise your own magic in order to make whatever you wish, okay? You can do it, no matter who you are. You just gotta find your way, your niche. Anyways, the final house, Sagittarius, Sun of Sagittarius transit will be going through, which is the 12th house. There could be a chance of reimbursement for foreign education, or of course there is a loss of education during this transit. Pets, I'm getting mad at this shit. Pets may be at odds with foreign animals, so it might be like bigger animals around your pet, or your pet might be the bigger animal, and might make other pets nervous. Also, too, it might be a huge problems, like maybe a neighbor is loud with music, so if you have that in the 12th house, it might affect your sleep, or maybe your sleep, or maybe your job is surrounded by flight, so maybe you're gonna have some trouble. You're gonna be in and out of sleep a lot, which maybe you're used to this. If you're not, just play your part and get some sleep, because yeah, you're gonna need it. I think that's it. Sun in Sagittarius transit. I think that's it. It's ELI'S.JYESTHA. Peace. I love you guys. If you need me, read the description below. I love y'all. Peace.